Okay. You're not having me today, sleep demon. You haven't got me yet, and you're not having me today. There. Alright. Our day's done. Awesome. Okay, I had to concentrate a bit there because I was running low on fuel. God damn. Alright. Now that I got 3 seconds as well. Oh god, I might spend cash for that. Okay, yeah, now I got a nice 3 seconds as well. Actually, a couple of things I wanted to talk about today that's been going on recently. Oh, lovely. I'm trying to sleep, mind. It's gonna be a drowning one, right? Yeah. Yeah, I've had this one before. I'll just drown eventually. Yeah, a couple of things have been going on recently that I wanted to talk about. First of all, there's this thing going on with Mutahar, Some Ordinary Gamers. I want to say right off the bat, I used to be a big fan of Mutahar. Like, I was like a big fan. I watched him way back when like his channel was still new, and he was like just talking about creepypastas and like it was like internet haunted rumors, that kind of stuff. Like I'm from way back then. I still remember like one of my favorite old stories that he told was I think it was Smiling Face. It was something like that. It was like creepy smile or something like that. Way back in the early days of his channel. And I loved his old get back in bed, man. You barely started sleeping. I loved his old, like, you know, dark web exploration stuff as well. But I have to say, the past few years, something fucking went wrong with him. Like, ever since, it was somewhere along the lines of him first getting in contact with that Solitude medallion and him talking to Nux Taku, who's also, Nux Taku is just a piece of shit in general. I don't give a shit about that guy. But ever since one of those two things started going down, okay, fuck you, his content and like his personality has started to go really downhill. He started to become more and more artificially grandstandy, is the best way to word that. I've been in the labyrinth, bro. Why the fuck am I in the labyrinth again? So I guess I'll continue the what I'm talking about in the labyrinth then. Yeah, he's become way more like, kind of way more just of a general douche. He become a bit more of more of a drama tuber. Where he just now just basically gets into the shit for the sake of getting into shit. He starts grandstanding about things that like you're supposed to grandstand on based on public opinion without actually caring about the subject matter itself. He started talking about shit he doesn't even particularly care about. Like, he was tired about lollies for a while for some fucking reason. Which I've said before, I don't give a shit about lollies and such. But it's like, it's got no connection to his channel whatsoever. But because he had like connections to Nux and like that was suddenly like a controversial thing. Like, he's become one of these people as well, like, even though he talks about drama, like, the second he gets into any amount of controversy, he'll immediately fold to his audience and to any kind of social pressure. He's become kind of just a shriveled up version of his former self. And that's been going on for quite a while. I say that as someone, like I said, who used to be a big fan of him. And, it's kind of like caused a situation recently where for a while he's been talking about how evil a company Nintendo is and how terrible of a product the Switch 2 is going to be for a variety of reasons. I'm not going to get into that, but because it doesn't really matter for the purpose of this argument, for this discussion rather. He was just even like in multiple videos talking about how evil a company is and how he's absolutely not going to get a Switch 2 because he doesn't support the ideas it presents and blah 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 blah. Then the Switch 2 came out and he bought one day one. Like, the fact that he bought one doesn't fucking matter. If you want to buy one, I don't give a shit. I haven't bought one, not for any moral reason at all. Just I don't buy consoles day one because I don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. I'll buy one, like, I don't know, either in a few months or in a few years when it eventually comes down in price. That's how I buy all consoles. That's how I've done it for years. That's how I bought the Switch 1. I didn't buy that for a year or two when after it came out. I was already out for a while before I bought that. But the fact that he spent so long talking about how bad of a console is and how he absolutely shouldn't be supporting it, and then he just folded and crumbled the very second he got a chance to order one, just kind of is like really fucking stupid. Hey, when to go? Ah, you fucking disappeared somewhere. Also, for some reason they gave me a chill again, even though I know full well what I'm expecting. Ooh. We've got a wall. Seems like he was round there somewhere, he's faded away though. Yeah, the Wendigo gives me chills for me, even though I know exactly what it is. I know there's nothing more to the event other than just finding him and eventually the game crashing. But yeah, he folded on the Switch 2, and as a result of that, because everyone started mocking him for that, he eventually was basically bullied by his own audience. I used to be a fan. I wouldn't consider myself part of his current audience. I stopped watching him a long time ago. I just walked away. I walked away basically the moment he started becoming a drama tuber, and I haven't watched his stuff since, except for occasional bits here and there when stuff comes up. But I'm not a consistent viewer of him anymore. But his actual consistent viewers have basically bullied him into putting out like a 12-minute fucking apology video for buying a Switch 2 just because of how insanely hypocritical he was by being so grandstandy about not buying a Switch 2 and then buying a Switch 2 the second he gets a chance. Oh, I'm locked in this little bit, am I? Yep. Yeah, I have no idea why I ended up in Labyrinth. So yeah, it's just a really fucking stupid situation. Like I said, I don't think anyone gives a shit that he bought the console. They gave a shit that he bought the console after grandstanding about how no one should buy the console. Or how evil the company is and how you shouldn't support that, and then he supported that. Like, it's the fact that he couldn't hold himself up to his own standards that he set the very second he had an opportunity to stand up to his own standards. The very second he could have folded, he folded. And he crumbled. And he's just something's up with him, man. He's breaking as a person. And like I said, it's ever since he started interacting with like Nux and ever since he touched that fucking Sonichu. Those fucking things are cursed, I swear to God. Like, people used to joke about the Sonichu medallion curse. Now, like, every single fucking person who's touched those things have gone to hell and back. Like, it's getting to the point where it's now a genuinely consistent thing. To the point where I genuinely fucking believe in the curse myself. I think it's probably like some kind of metal or something in the stuff used to make the Chonji medallions that Chris Chan uses to make them. Maybe he uses like a heavy metal for the paint or something, and it's like working because like lead is like a dangerous substance because when you physically touch lead, it can work its way into your bloodstream and over time literally drive you crazy. That's literally what it does. It drives people crazy. It takes a long time for it to do that, but that's why lead is dangerous and why it needs to kill it. It doesn't kill you, it just drives you insane. And I think I wouldn't be surprised because lead isn't the only heavy metal that does that. There's like cadmium and such, and cadmium is a kind of type of paint that can come in red and yellow, which is like the colors used to make the medallion. So maybe like Chris Chan is like using red and yellow cadmium paint in like the Sonichu medallions, and maybe that's why they're like actually fucking driving people insane the more they use them. That's a possibility. I don't know, but there's an idea. Those things are fucking cursed out. There's been more than a few people who've been like torn apart after touching those things. Fuck if I'm gonna fucking mess with those, that's for sure. Yeah, Nux Taku, he's another one I just don't give a shit about. He's another one of those people who had like every fucking stance he's ever had. He'll fold on the very second his audience gives him pressure. He's got no fucking spine. Not a fan of either of them now. And yeah, so it's kind of like, it's very frustrating watching Mutahar. As someone who used to be a genuine fan of his, who like genuinely enjoyed his work, he is not the same person he used to be. Him today is someone who him in the past would have made fun of. It's saddening. And I'd happily go as far to say as he's turning into a lolcow. He is getting to that point. It is actually it is bad. It is genuinely bad. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that then, and I'm gonna just reset the game and wonder why the fuck I ended up. Okay, I need to actually like physically reset the game, don't I? Like I have to actually close the game down. Yeah, and I'm just gonna. It's sad seeing what happened to Muta, but there's nothing I can do about it. So hopefully he gets better. If not, he's gonna turn to a lolcow. He's going to turn to full-on lolcow at the rate he's going. Plus, as well, what makes it worse is because he used to be more of an edgy person. Like he's the kind of guy who could come across like beheading videos on the dark web and laugh. And when you have that kind of personality and you garner the kind of audience who would watch that, and then you turn into this like moralistic grandstander who cannot keep his own values, your audience doesn't change with you, especially at the rate you fucking changed. Like, no, the audience are like to have walked away like I did, or they're sticking around just to mock you. So as a result, his own fan base and his trolls and the people who mock him, they're all the same people. He doesn't have a fan base, he has a fan trolls. Anyway, can I go back to sleeping now? Hopefully he's going to put me back at the, hopefully he'll put me back next to my bed. Oh, am I going to have to get into, like, the habit of, like, saving right before I go to bed? I'll wait for the game to load up. Yeah, unfortunately what happened, but it is what it is. Hey! This is the second time this has happened now. It's the first time I've seen it in the middle of a fog, too. This is just is my game bugged or something? It's... Like, once is weird. Second is a really unlikely fucking coincidence. If this happens a third time, I need to talk to someone. Oh, wait, that's what the fog looks like? Whee! Bob.